Okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about a stock that I could see doubling in the next 8 to 12 months. It's one that I plan to hold much longer than that, but I think there's a massive opportunity here with the dip that recently occurred. So that stock, of course, is PALANTIR Technologies. Now, if you've never heard of these, they're a company headquartered in the US that specialize in big data. They do this for government contracts as well as commercial contracts as well, and they just went live on the stock market in September 2020. So they're pretty new when it comes to the stock market, but they're one that I immediately caught my eye and something that I bought into, I believe around October, kind of November time. I started to add some of this to my portfolio, and there recently been quite a dip, and we'll explain all about the dip and what were the catalysts for that dip as well, and if we see the stock rebounding. Something interesting to note as well, if you haven't heard of the company before, they're actually founded by Peter Thiel, who was one of the co-founders of PayPal as well. So lots of good management behind this company as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the stocks chart. So we can see around the 10th of February was trading in around that $38 range. This is not actually the all-time high for this stock. That was actually in about January 2021 here, where we see the stock trading at about $44. But had a bit of a slow, steady decline and a little bit of a rebound, and then we were kind of trading at this 38 level. And then with this news that I'll discuss in just a second, we started to see a sharp decline all the way down to levels of about $25. So let's talk about what actually occurred here. So one of the main reasons for this sharp decline was that Palantir came out with their Q4 2020 earnings, and unfortunately they did suffer a loss in this quarter. But it was something that required a little bit of looking behind the scenes, getting beyond the surface level and seeing what actually constituted them leading to this loss in Q4 2020. So if you dug a little deeper, you'll see that the revenue actually beat the previous quarter, which means the company is going in a good direction. Two other important factors here is that they were actually getting more money from their biggest clients, but at the same time, their reliance on their biggest clients were reducing because they're actually getting more of a client base there. So they're two really good factors that are very positive for the future of Palantir. One of their main factors for reporting a loss in Q4 2020 was also that they gave out quite a bit of stock compensation for the performance to some of the shareholders in Palantir. So that actually had a negative impact on their overall outlook, but as I said, revenues were up quarter over quarter. The second factor which may have influenced this dip is that the shareholder lockout period that was introduced by Palantir for some of their early shareholders was actually coming to an end this week. So that means that a lot of people who invested in the company early, some early shareholders, weren't actually able to release their shares until now and cash in on some of them very big profits that they've experienced with Palantir. So that caused a bit of panic in the market and people thought the stock would tank, so they started getting out of it as well. In fact, Kathy Wood from ARK Invest saw this as a great opportunity to buy the dip and managed to pick up 5 million shares when the share price was about $25 there. So anything Kathy Wood is doing, it's normally a good indication that you're going in the right direction. I personally tried to pick up a few more shares on the dip as well. I think I picked up approximately 5 shares, which brings my total share amount to roughly 46 shares right now. And for me, anytime I can buy under $30 for Palantir is a great buy for me, because in the next 8 to 12 months, I have a price prediction of $55 for this stock. I just want to reiterate, this is my own price prediction. There is no guarantee that this will happen. It's just how I feel the stock will perform in the next 8 to 12 months. So guys, just wanted to put this stock on your radar for the trading week ahead. Hopefully you guys can pick up some of this if you're interested in the company. As I said, anything for me under that $30 range is a good buy. I believe it's rebounded to about $29 right now, but we could see some further dips in the week ahead. We're just not too sure yet. But I know if the dip comes, I'll definitely be trying to pick up a couple of more shares. Anyway guys, that's going to do for this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a like. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do all your own research when it comes to these stocks and stay diversified. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.